Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to movie reviews. Now, there's a certain teaser trailer that was shown on ITV just recently, like a couple of days ago, and it's to do with the televised reboot of Lethal Weapon. And this got me thinking, I should really do a Lethal Weapon review, the original '87 Richard Donner classic. And so I have now. So Lethal Weapon. This is a interesting film, of course. It is one of the actually considered one of the best buddy cop movies ever. It's directed by Richard Donner, who did Ladyhawke, Superman, the movie, of course, and The Goonies, if I can remember rightly. This film is really a wide and 80s classic. It is an 80s classic, of course, released in 1987, and it's done by Warner Brothers. And it spawned 6 sequels, and as I've told you very early at the video, it is a TV series now, which actually does look exciting. So Lethal Weapon, it's filled with action, filled with comedy. There's some good dramatic moments in there as well. It is nicely paced. The music by Larry Clapton, Michael Kamen, and David Sanborn. Quite an interesting mix of composers, musicians. That is absolutely, it baffles me. It does. Michael Kamen, famous composer of Highlander. Highlander, Event Horizon. You can name a good few. Working with the famous Eric Clapton, of course. The solo artist Eric Clapton, and the saxophonist David Sanborn, who worked with Bowie and various other artists throughout the decades, which I found quite good. It's got a bit of an interesting rock, sort of rootsy rock type of style, and saxophone as well. It really suits the film very good. Once you hear it, it sounds perfect. The action, of course, is very good. It is rated 18, of course, in the UK, rated R in America, and there's a bit of blood squibs there as well. There's a little bit of gore, strong bit of violence, which is good, which is essential for an 80s action film, of course, at this time. The characters, of course, Mel Gibson as Martin Riggs does a fantastic performance. He does crazy very well. Mel Gibson is crazy in real life most of the time. And, of course, Danny Glover as Roger Murtaugh. We've also got the actors who play Roger's family, who do a splendid job, of course, with the sons and daughters, and particularly his wife. Gary Busey is in this film as the main antagonist of the movie. As I said before with Mel Gibson, Gary Busey is crazy. He's totally nuts, and he does an interesting kind of performance. The way it's shot is very good. There's some good scenes in there that are pretty sort of similar to what Richard Donner has done with Superman, The Goonies, and maybe some of the things related with Ladyhawke, of course. The style of the film, or the way it looks, actually is quite good. You've always had you always have that sort of like hint of blue very much in for nighttime. So a bit of blue, must have a bit of yellow as well in this film, which does work. It sort of lightens the mood, and also it's set at Christmas. It is like sort of in December time, similar to Die Hard very much, but it's just how it looks. Very good. I do think Lethal Weapon is one of the better action franchises, of course. With these 4 films, there's never a dull moment. There is, there's always something good. Great guest characters, of course, which I do think is essential with some action films. Richard Donner has actually directed all 4 of them, which is quite interesting. It is his franchise. You don't no other directors attached to it, only just Richard Donner himself. Shane Black has written this film, which I forgot. Shane Black obviously had wrote this and then later starred in Predator, but there's essential script retweaks for the film, of course, and obviously he's thinking about doing a sequel with Fred Dekker. When that's going to come out, we don't know. It is basically, sort of a similar sequel to with Predator, Predator 2 and Predators, of course, and Fred Dekker, who did Night of the Creeps, The Monster Squad, and RoboCop 3, will be directing. That's an interesting combo, but I'm waiting to see what happens with that film, of course, which we're hoping to see, which everyone's hoping to see. So Lethal Weapon, of course, essential 80s film. I do enjoy it for what it is. It never gets old, it does. The comedy's right there. The dramatic moments, of course, between Glover and Gibson, of course, and especially, and maybe the actors who surround them do give a bit of drama, a bit of tension, a little bit of romance in there as well. But it's always mainly to do with Gibson and Glover, how the partnership works, how the chemistry works, which indeed is one of the main highlights, or the major highlight of this film, and I do recommend it. That's my short review of Lethal Weapon, and I'll see you for the next video.